Micah chapter 5, verse 7. It says, "And the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people, as a dew from the Lord, as the showers upon the grass, that tarrieth not for man, nor waiteth for the sons of men. And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among the flocks of sheep, who, if he go through, both treadeth down and teareth in pieces, and none can deliver."
All right, with that, we want to say double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. This is GMS Wisconsin, with basically an impromptu of breaking news in Baltimore. If you don't know what's going on by now, well, we're here to fill you in. Basically, Jake is riding, and they're using the death of this guy. What's his name? Gray. Well, you'll get it in
Freddie Gray.
Freddie Gray. All right, they're using this as an basically an excuse to be all belligerent and brute beasts. Well, it's prophecy that this will happen, and that basically 2/3 of Israel is going to get killed off, and this is what preludes or predates the destruction of the 2/3. All right, so Second Esdras 15 and 14.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another."
All right, that's Jake, man. That's Jake. Not just Jake, but you got all over the world. But we're gonna focus in on Jake right now. Go ahead.
It says, "And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men."
Right. That sedition is rebellion, man. That's an act of rebellion. You see, they're not standing down for the police, and Jake just being belligerent, man. They just doing whatever the hell they want. All right. Go ahead.
It says, "They shall not regard their kings nor princes."
See, they're not regarding because what I believe that Baltimore is predominantly black.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so they not listening to nothing their leaders saying. All right.
"And the course of their actions shall stand in their power."
See, their course is what to create havoc. You know, destroying stuff. You know what I'm saying? Really for no purpose, because none of this is gonna settle anything. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, go ahead.
It says, "A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able."
Yeah, so then they got a curfew as we speak. They just implemented the curfew tonight. I think it was Tuesday night. I believe I saw it early. All right, so they got a standard curfew. All right, people got to be in their houses by 10, and they got to be in. You know, they can't come out their house until 6 in the morning.
"For because of their pride the city shall be troubled, and houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid."
And then there's plenty of fires. I think the article said over maybe almost 200 fires that's in Baltimore, and they was told to stand down. All right, because really, all in all, they justifying the means to come in there and mow you Negroes down.
Mm-hmm.
All right, right, you speak, okay, and Native Americans. All right.
It says, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor,
Now, see,
but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of their lack of bread, and for great tribulation."
right, because it's gonna go hand in hand with Esau bringing in the martial law.
Mm-hmm.
Martial law is, we're not just talking about the armed guard. I mean, not armed guards, but the military coming into one town. They're gonna create a state of emergency and shut down the whole America. Okay.
And then when it says, for great tribulation, not just talking about martial law, because you think the cops just killing one Jake, or two Jakes, or one Jake here and there,
right,
is great tribulation. Nah. These cops gonna start killing Jake on a rapid scale. Yeah. On a grand scale, you're gonna hear about Jake's getting killed all over the country, even all over the world.
And while the brother's saying that, it's been happening too. Mm-hmm. So it's been happening.
Yeah.
They've been showing their hate for Jake. They've been mocking Jake. They've been beating the crap out of Jake, playing drugs on Jake.
Yeah.
They're really tired of you niggas, man, and y'all really got to the point where they justify the means. So us the prophets, we here to show you, show and prove using the scriptures that a lot of this a lot of the things that's going to happen in the end times is already happening. These prophecies, okay? And these are prophecies we're going through. All right, I'll get Jeremiah 18 and 22 real quick. I got it. You can get Jeremiah 19.
Okay.
This is Jeremiah 18 and 20. I'll start 22. Says, let a cry be heard from their houses when thou shalt bring a troop suddenly upon them.
But that's exactly what's going to happen after. That's exactly going to be the culmination of these riots.
That's right.
Because they spark up an agent provocateur to start these riots.
And
then after that, right, and then the niggas follow, and after that, martial law is declared. You know, after the staging of police property being destroyed, state and city property and government federal, vehicles and all types of property being destroyed. So now these niggas tearing up the city. Now we got to do something about it. Right. So not everybody have a curfew. That'll justify having everybody locked away to be protected from these niggas. And then you have the Gurkha troops come in and basically, because now everybody in the city is a suspect. Yeah. So now they can justify the Gurkha troopers coming into your house and actually shooting you, killing you, black bagging you, and dragging you away.
That's right. They justify the means. And this all is part of what the elites want anyway. It says, for they have digged a pit to take me and hid snares from my feet.
And that's the pit. The martial law, and the snares is these government set up CIA operations that you call peaceful protests and riots, man.
Yep, that's right. You can go ahead with that one now.
Okay, this is Jeremiah chapter 2 verse 19. It says, thine own wickedness shall correct thee, right. And thy backsliding shall reprove thee.
Right. So y'all want to be niggas? Y'all want to sell drugs? Y'all want to be did this gangster facade. Y'all want to be super cool, and y'all want to be in this black consciousness and all these other, factions of religion and so on and so forth. The Most High is basically, he's getting tired of it, and these are all prophecies, man. That Jake is gonna get basically wiped out, man. 2/3 of Israel is gonna get wiped out, regardless of how you see it.
Because the Most High gonna put an end to all this shit, man.
That's right. All right, so you can keep going.
Okay. It says, know therefore and see that it is an evil thing and bitter, that thou hast forsaken the Lord thy power.
Right. So the reason why a lot of these things are going on in these very end times, because that's what we're living in, is because Israel has departed from the Lord. Now that you got the truth being re-emerging for the last 40 years, I believe, this thing has been out here, man. So if you don't know, it's almost impossible that these niggas don't know they Israelites, all right? Because there's Israelite camps all over the world, all right, revealing the truth on who they are, okay? So let's just get that, understood, okay? So, and a lot of niggas is rejecting the truth. And a lot of people just waxing worse, in these very times that we're living in anyway. So, go ahead.
It says, and that my fear is not in thee, saith the Lord of hosts.
Y'all don't have no fear. Niggas like polite. But mainly you thug, you gangsters, you just regular Jake out there, man. Just, niggas like this. Just doing whatever the hell they want to, smoking weed and just being niggas, man. Just being brute beasts, all right, unreasonable, uncivil mammals, man. Keep going.
It says, for of old time I have broken thy yoke and burst thy bands, and thou sayest, I will not transgress.
Mm-hmm.
When upon every high hill and under every green tree thou wanderest, playing the harlot.
See. That means whenever the Lord basically let the calamity come to not a standstill, but when he take the heat off of us, we always find ourselves in another situation where we basically worshiping other gods. And here in America, that's just the case, man.
It says, You want to keep going?
Yeah, keep going.
It says, "Yet I had planted thee a noble vine,
Right.
wholly a right seed. How then art thou turned into a degenerate plant?"
Right. Y'all became a degenerate plant, man.
It says,
Basically wicked, man. Y'all became very wicked, and it's gotten to the point where the only solution is a purging, which that leads to a total annihilation of the 2/3. Only because of your own wickedness. Okay.
it says, "How then art thou turned into a degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me? For though thou wash thee with nitre, and take thee much soap, yet thine iniquity is marked before me, saith the Lord power."
Right, and that's in the churches, because they dress up this holy act, but they in the church lying. Okay, they in the church lying, and the black church is dead. All right, which is a perfect. I believe it's a video on YouTube, which shows you that the black church is dead, man.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an interview and he goes through all these points on why the black church is dead.
Yep, it's called "The Black Church is Dead. Guess who killed it?"
Right. So, the constant. I mean, well, that being said, you got a Jake on a wide scale affected by the church and certain institutions like the church. Okay, whether it be hip hop or whether it be any other faction. All right. What is this? A civil rights movement, so on and so forth.
You want the Job 37?
Um,
You want me to keep going with it? That was verse 22.
Okay, go to yeah, keep going to verse 26.
Okay. It says, "How canst thou say, I am not polluted? I have not gone after Balaam. See thou way in the valley? Know what thou hast done. Thou art a swift dromedary traversing her ways."
Yeah. And that's Israel. That's Israel as a whole.
Unclean.
Yeah.
It says, "A wild ass used to the wilderness that snuffed up the wind at her pleasure.
See, and that wilderness is America. Go ahead.
In her occasion, who can turn her away?
Mm.
All they that seek her will not weary themselves.
Right.
In her mouth they shall find her. Withhold thy foot from being unshod, and thy throat from thirst. But thou sayest, there is no hope. No, for I have loved strangers, and after them will I go."
Right, and that's here in America. You have loved strangers. You have loved the way of Esau. You have loved his system. You have become parts of his system. And this is the culmination of that. Y'all brute beasts, wild animals, man.
Yeah, because now what's happening is the whole American dream mentality is starting to come to an end. So the older ones, so the younger ones of Jake, they know it. They know like this American dream ain't shit.
They ain't got no hope.
Yeah, they're right. They ain't got. Yeah, they have no hope. And you got the older ones being put against the younger ones. Now the older ones are trying to stop the younger generation from tearing shit up. Because the young generation, they see that they have no future.
Yeah, and they're aimless, man. They're aimless, man. So whatever the aggression that they got, which Jake have a lot of aggression,
Mm-hmm.
they have a lot of things that a lot of emotions are accounted for, so on and so forth. You name it, man.
Especially the youth, because society now is culturally engineered to be against the youth in society, especially Jake.
And they alienate
all odds are
Jake.
stacked against them.
Alienate Jake is right as well. I bet you the economy's bad over there in Baltimore, and they've said it plenty of times.
Yep. Drugs, gangs, violence.
Right, but that's the system that Esau World created for the blacks, Latins, and Native Americans. They alienated you. They used the civil rights to make you think that you had a stake in America, so you can be a part of this society. But the society has completely cut y'all off.
Yeah.
My point being that when the black man move or black family move into a white neighborhood, the property value go down. So that's just one of the institutionalized the racism and the alienation of you so-called Negroes and Spics.
Yeah. And in the public school system is engineered so that only 10% of Jake even graduate.
Right.
And most of those 10% are women.
And then they got the prison system set up for you. if you don't fall into those, basically you fall into those cracks.
Yeah.
So
I'll read this real quick.
go ahead.
This is Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 33. It says, "Why trimmest thou thy way to seek love?"
Right, it's talking about Jake. Why y'all trying to be part of the society? You got niggas like Polite. Oh, we need to fix our community. You know how you say that, weak ass shit. And we need to build our economy.
Mm-hmm.
Why you gonna build your economy after the way of Esau?
Right.
See, you see what it does for the rest of the nations, the so-called democracy,
Mm-hmm.
and y'all trying to create some type of identity. That's not gonna work, man. It's not. The only thing that's gonna work is like you disbelieve in niggas with all that incredulity. Y'all keep saying, "Oh, well, ain't no black man gonna come out the sky and save us. Ain't no black man gonna crack the sky, nigga." You just wait, nigga, because all these prophecies is kicking off.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see. I hope you niggas make it to the wilderness so you niggas can be a laughing stock. To be honest with you,
because it's either that or this wicked ass society continue to go on, and by prophecy that's not gonna happen.
That's right, man.
And Lord willing, we gonna be there when that happens. Lord willing, we part of the elect. Because we tired of this shit. We tired of you niggas, man.
Right, man. I'm looking for the kingdom, man.
We hope more cops kill more of you niggas, man.
Yeah, man. And that's just gonna be the reality. That's just that's what we trying to convey to y'all. These are prophecies, man. These are prophecies, because you niggas out there bad, man. Y'all have gone so far astray that there's no way of y'all turning back. Y'all won't turn back even if the Lord, which the Lord is, he is bit niggas to the marriage, but niggas ain't no niggas getting in there, man.
Yeah.
This truth and other things we're going through is for the elect's sake, man. All this is for the elect's sake. So
if you're not the elect, the hell with you.
Yeah, basically, man, because this shit is gonna happen. All these things are gonna happen. The scriptures say the evil time. As a matter of fact, where we at now? Jeremiah.
Yeah, 30 and 7.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. It says, "Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways. Also in thy skirts is found the blood of the souls of the poor innocents. I have not found it by secret search, but upon all these."
So Jake out there really bad, man. They really doing things that's provoking the Lord. And this things was said aforetime. So yeah. And then y'all four parents curse y'all, man. Like the Lord said, man, y'all your father the devil, man.
And then they want to wonder why Esau around here killing them.
Look, man.
This is Jeremiah 30 and 7. It says, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it."
Right. He is the elect. Because get that Job, I believe it's Job, in 7 troubles thou shalt be saved. That's talking about the elect. That's not talking about anybody that can believe. Because can't everybody make the Lord their personal savior. Let's just put it out there. Let's just put it plain, cut and dry. Everybody not gonna be saved. 2/3, 66.7% of so-called Negroes and Spics, all right, and Native Americans are going. They're just gonna get wiped out, man. They just gonna get wiped out. That's plain and simple. All right, so
Job 5 and 17.
yeah, so it was on. So.
I got it. This is Job chapter 5 verse 17. It's like in 5 verse 19. It says, "He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee."
Right, that 7 is the complete destruction of America, the complete downfall of the society.
That's right.
And then during its downfall is what we're witnessing right now, okay, which the church have failed. Like I said, the church is dead because they couldn't warn the people.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, you done with that one?
Yeah.
Matthew 16 and 3.
Okay. Do you want the Jade Helm?
Yeah, because right. And the brothers just mentioned Jade Helm. That's the training. The training.
Yeah, it's a training exercises that's sweeping overnight. Helm is a joint paramilitary force of mercenaries.
Okay.
And I have an article right here from Infowars.com. From Infowars.com, it says, "Jade Helm, troops to operate undetected amongst civilian population." It says, The realistic military training exercise, which will involve the Green Berets, Navy SEALs, and the 82nd Airborne Division, has but prompted concerns after Texas and Utah were labeled hostile territory in documents related to the exercise.
That's right.
It says,
InfoWars.
Yep, InfoWars.
Keep going now.
It says they're going to set up cells of people and test how well how well they're able to move around without getting too noticed in the community.
See? So, well, basically they setting everything up. Everything is going to be perfectly set up. And that's how things happen in this society. You know what? For one, it's the Lord, okay? Because he using Esau as an instrument, which we had to talk with when we was out on highways and byways in front of the Bradley Center.
Yeah.
Okay, and the nigga couldn't get it.
He couldn't fathom.
You know what I'm saying? He couldn't get it. You know that it really ultimately but that's what people don't understand. You don't get all of this in one day. You don't get to understand it in one day.
And then he got hung up in the spirit of the world. You know, that love everybody's spirit.
That's right.
You know, he was one of the ones that that got the doctrine of another Christ.
Yeah. Man,
and he can't let it go.
Yeah. No. All in all, the Lord ain't dealing with niggas like that. He's not finna stop and wait and be like, okay, I'm gonna wait for him to change his mind.
Cause that white Christ, that other white meat, that's gonna get you niggas killed, man.
That's it, man. That's it.
There's no spiritual backing behind that piece of shit. Behind that piece of shit facade that you people think is a savior.
That's right. Yeah.
It says,
as a matter of fact, let me go ahead and get this. This okay. Romans 10.
10 and 2.
Yeah, 10 and 10 and 2.
Hey.
It's Romans 10 and 2. And it says, for I bear them record that they have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Right. They believe in the Most High. They claim they believe in the Most High with all their heart, read their Bible every day. But who they praying up to? The end result is them praying to Cesare Borgia.
Right.
They don't know who the hell they praying to.
Yeah.
But Jacob pray all day and night, but they don't know anything about the truth about Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
That's right.
And they don't care to know because they got what's fixed in their mind that this is God.
That's right. Yeah.
That this is gonna get me delivered.
Right.
But when calamity comes down upon them, then they want to hurry up and actually want to seek the Most High and find out who He is, man.
Yeah, but then the scripture says it's gonna be too late.
The scripture saying Jeremiah and back in Jeremiah 5, why Christ dying for thy affliction?
Yeah.
Like, don't cry now.
Right.
You already sealed your fate. You wasn't thinking about this when you was worshiping the other white meat. When you was tearing my prophets down in the street, making fun of them and making mockery.
Yeah.
But now all hell it's time for judgment. All hell coming down on you. Now you want to seek the Most High. Lord ain't gonna do nothing but laugh at you niggas, man.
This Romans 10 and 3, it says, for they being ignorant of God's righteousness. All right. And going about to establish their own righteousness.
Right. They think what they doing is right in their mind and what they believe. Fuck what the Most High talking about. They want to eat pork.
It's just not that. They want everybody to be saved, you know?
Right. They want to cling on to these other nations.
Right. It says, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of God. So y'all haven't. They basically going about. Yeah, they going about understanding the truth according to how they feel in their emotions. When that ain't the case, the Most High is going to destroy America. He's going to wipe out 2/3 of Israel. Okay, let's just get that understood. All right, and yes, he's going to crack the clouds, and he's going to come with his angels. All right. Right after, or right during the time America's being destroyed with nuclear fire. All right. Go ahead.
I said earlier. I said Jeremiah 5. It says Jeremiah 30 and 15. Why criest thou from thine affliction? That sorrow is incurable. Right,
and it's talking about all the police shootings. It's talking about all the things that's going on with the so-called these blacks, blacks, Latins, and Native Americans, them getting gunned down in the street, them getting reproached by the nations, because really y'all the laughing stock of the world. Prime example, what's going on in Baltimore. Y'all justifying the means.
Well, this week you may notice extra emergency vehicles and public safety officers running around the community in tactical gear, hazmat suits, and bomb suits. This is all part of a statewide drill Des Moines is hosting.
New at 10, conspiracy theories have now been floating around for weeks about a military operation in West Texas. But what's really happening?
Special Operations Command will be training with other armed units beginning in July in 5 states.
Jade Helm for July 15, 2015 through September 15, 2015.
After an Army presentation last month, Big Spring officials gave them permission to train within city boundaries.
So the so-called white man, which is Esau, Edom in the Bible, all right, his biblical nationality, they're looking at you like, man, y'all basically open for the taking now. Y'all done justified y'all getting mowed down. So don't be surprised in the next few weeks, and you wake up in the morning, you hear, well, 20 niggas shot down, so on and so forth.
Oh, it's already 202 dead in Baltimore.
Oh, well. Yeah.
It says, thy sorrow is incurable for the multitude of thine iniquity.
See, the multitude of iniquity. The iniquity hasn't stopped. Y'all haven't came back to knowing y'all Israelites. So we got to keep telling y'all got to keep scoffing, and then y'all going to learn the hard way. All right? The Lord, that's it. It said, his wickedness, thine own wickedness shall correct thee, man.
It says, because thy sins were increased, I have done these things unto thee.
See? And that's why he's doing it. And that's why y'all failed to realize, like Romans 10 said, y'all ignorant of God's righteousness. All right? And y'all establishing your own righteousness. Okay? So that's why the Most High taking y'all out.
16:3.
Second Ezra's 8:50 real quick.
Here's second Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. It says, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world.
Now this was told to Ezra, all right? And the only thing Ezra can probably do at the time was visualize it, okay? Even Jacob knew his sons was going to be here in the latter times, in these very times.
Yeah.
And what was to come? It was great miseries, okay? That's in the scriptures say the day of the Lord is darkness.
Okay.
So a lot of the things that's going on, it's because it's the will of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
It says, because they have walked in great pride.
Right, everybody from the so-called white man, these Edomites, all these heathen nations, whether they be Moabites, the Hamites, Africans, Chinese, Japanese, Arabs, so on and so forth. Man, everybody's been walking in great pride. Go ahead.
That was it.
Okay. Matthew 16:3.
This is Matthew
Yeah, this goes out. This goes out to the church, Islam, the black community, the black consciousness, the Black Panthers, the Kemet,
Yeah.
IUIC, GOCC,
ISUPK.
IUS. How you say it again?
ISUPK.
IUSP is what the brother said. All of y'all, man, y'all all ignoring the signs, and y'all not in the right spirit. So go
It
ahead.
says, and in the morning it will be foul weather today.
Start
Start from 1. This is Matthew 16:1. The Pharisees also with the Sadducees came and tempted and desired him that he would show them a sign from heaven. He answered and said to them, when it is evening, ye say it will be fair weather.
Now wait. Now them Pharisees are all the niggas I just mentioned, because y'all playing the same exact role that they play during the last leg of
Shah's ministry.
yeah. Us being in Jerusalem, us having our homeland, being subservient to the Romans. It's like it go ahead.
It says, for the sky is red, and in the morning it will be foul weather today. For the sky is red and lowering.
Right.
O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the sign of the times?
Right. So you can discern the weather, but you can't discern what's going on in the world. All the natural disasters, all of that, and the Paul, damn 7.8, 7.9 earthquake, man. That I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that the magnitude or heard of it at least for a while now.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's been earthquakes and stuff happening rampantly. Okay. And California is on its fourth year of having a drought, the greatest drought known to California.
They only have 1 year of reserved water left.
Right. So, and then when they had to reduce the usage for about 35% or 15.
Yep. 35%. Because they have to.
No quote, so you can look that up. All right.
Because now they have to cut back water on public operations such as water treatment. Then you have the sewage system.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have public parks with water fountains.
That's right.
Then you have drainage and all other sorts of things that they have to use for. They're even starting to find homes for using too much water.
See,
For watering their lawns and what have you.
Right. So, hey man, that's the times we're living in. They say great miseries. That's a misery, man. Not having enough water. You can't use water for your own convenience.
Okay. It says a wicked and adulterous generation seek their sign.
Right, but like the church, y'all seek it at the sign, but it's right in front of y'all face. It's right in front of y'all face, man.
Yeah. But
y'all go out y'all way to do, whatever the hell y'all want to do. When the Lord telling you, is showing you this, He's showing you this. Okay, my word is coming to pass. All right, now I'm finna, raise Israel up. And man, you niggas ain't trying to hear it, man.
Yeah, that's why they can't see it, because they don't acknowledge Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
That's too damn bad for them, man.
It says, and there shall no sign be given unto it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas.
Right, so.
And he left them and departed.
Right. So all you had to do was what the Most High basically watch. You see, 2nd Ezra 9. Okay.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9 verse 1.
That's the spirit.
It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
Right, in itself, man. That means you're supposed to be watching every day, man, and seeing what times you living in, man.
It says, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before,
Right.
then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
See, and that is he not visiting the world?
Yep.
How is he visiting the world? Give me Sirach 39, I believe. So.
The spirits for vengeance.
Yeah, man. Because the Most High, 39 and
I got it, 27.
yeah.
This is Sirach chapter 39 verse 27. It says, all these things are for good to the godly, so to the sinners they are turned into evil.
Right, and that's talking about the destruction. Let's gonna get into it.
There be spirits that are created for vengeance, when in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
So the Most High making all these things happen. They ain't just happening by coincidence.
Yeah.
You always got the old, I just call them old folk. They mention God, but they don't fully understand the works that's being done.
It says, fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance.
Right. Yeah, so vengeance for what? Vengeance for his people.
Yep.
The Most High said he's gonna bring wrath and vengeance. That's Isaiah 66. As a matter of fact, get that. And yeah, you can try that. Unless you want to keep going.
This is Isaiah chapter 66, verse 15. It says, "For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire."
Right, so that's how he coming.
And that's another thing, too. Can't forget that the chariots are popping up everywhere now.
Yeah.
You just had a chariot in Mexico a month ago that was shaped like the black horse in Revelations.
Yeah. So,
It says, "For by fire and his word will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many."
see. Could you read that part again?
It says, "For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many."
See. So, and that's exactly what you got going on right now. All right. Matthew 24.
15.
Yeah.
Twenty-four 15.
Yeah. What is that?
When you therefore shall see the abomination of desolation.
What's this?
Starting for this.
It's like I'm gonna play this video. So just to show you that this ain't a game, martial law, and so on and so forth, and detainment and FEMA's, it's not a joke.
Joe Biggs with Infowars.com in McAllen, Texas, where behind me, the Department of Homeland Security is essentially putting up another giant detention center. They're calling it an immigration holding cell. It is 55,000 square feet. It is separated into 4 different pods, and they're expected to hold up to 1,000 kids at 72-hour increments at a time and release them by bus into different parts of the country unknown. They have TVs set up in there, giant, large, flat-screen TVs, better than the TVs that you and I have at home. They have a health facility. They have a DFAC, a dining facility. All this stuff is inside here right now. And behind me, too, if you see, there's a brown bus. It is a giant FEMA bus. Here comes more and more politicians out of this brand new facility in McAllen, Texas, where they've been meeting and coming up with ways.
All right, so it's just showing you how when the time of devastation do come, whether it be by natural disaster or whatever situation is impending, that they will have FEMA camps set up.
They already
So
have
just
them set up
in
Texas.
So just imagine when a terrorist attack kick off, which is going to be generated. It's going to be government generated, all right, by the elite, by the so-called, what you would call Illuminati, so on and so forth. Okay.
This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 7. It says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places."
All right, so there you go. That's what the Lord said, and it has been. And niggas like to scoff at this too. So, but you basically eating your own words, man.
It says, "All these are the beginning of sorrows."
See, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning, man.
It says, "Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you."
Well, this is what the elect know that was what we have in store for us. All right. So which we take with we take it with a grain of salt, man. Whatever, we got greater things to look forward to. Okay, the kingdom.
Yep.
All right, we can't even imagine the greatness that's in store for us when that time comes. So if it takes us being beheaded, if it takes our families getting killed, us getting killed, so on and so forth, us suffering in these last times, so be it, man. We can't hold it back anyway. That's we can't hold it back. We just urging it, hastening the day, so so it can happen.
It says, "And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake."
Right, and are we hated? Our message alone gets people to hate it.
It says, "And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another.
Right. So, and that's a process that's happening now too. A lot of people are offended from the gospel. A lot of people are offended. All right, in the Lord's men, but y'all really offended at His word, at His prophecies that He said was going to come to pass anyway.
It says, and many false prophets shall rise and deceive many, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
You see, and that's the time we headed into. It did not the scripture say, great misery shall be upon the earth in the latter times, in the latter days. So that's what we headed. Let me get Jeremiah 6:13, because we can't forget about the church. We can't forget about Islam. We can't forget about Kemet. You know, we can't forget about IUIC. We can't forget about IUSPK. We can't forget about GOCC.
Yeah.
All right. So this is for y'all. This goes out to y'all.
This is Jeremiah 6:13. It says, for from the least of them even unto the greatest of them, every one is given to covetousness.
From the least to the greatest, all of them given to covetousness. Yeah.
And from the prophet even unto the priest, every one dealeth falsely.
See, and a lot of them ain't really prophets, okay? Because y'all not prophesying about the downfall of America.
They have healed also the hurt of the daughter of my people slightly, saying, peace, peace, when there is no peace.
Healed the hurt of my daughter slightly, all right? That's you bringing in your GED programs. That's you bringing all this crap that keep prolonging in society, all right? The only thing it's doing is basically keeping the oppression amongst
the
us.
Inevitable.
And they're keeping the curses tagging us, and they keep Esau oppressing us and killing us.
Yeah, but you know what? That's really just adding more fuel to the fire. Because once Jake figure out that they've been ripped off out of this so-called American dream, they're gonna snap, and when they snap, it's over with.
Yeah, and the Lord gonna do that. He planting the seeds. He the one that's stirring up this, this fuel, this fuel. Okay, this little fire that's being brewed.
It says, were they ashamed when they had committed abomination? Nay, they were not at all ashamed, neither could they blush. Therefore they shall fall among them that fall. At that time that I visit them, they shall be cast down, saith the Lord.
Right, and is He not visiting y'all now? And is y'all not being cast down? Okay, this ain't no lie. This is the truth. All right.
It says, thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see, and ask for the old paths. Where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls.
Right, but y'all ain't trying to find rest. Y'all trying to find rest in America, which is it's ass backwards. But y'all keep doing y'all, and the Most High gonna basically show and prove who He's for and who He's not for, and what He's gonna tolerate and what He's gonna totally obliterate. Okay. That's all.
It says we will not walk, but they say we will not walk therein.
That's right. That goes out to all these factions that claim they got the truth, or they claim they got the knowledge of God, or knowledge, period. All right, Jeremiah 5:30.
This is Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 30. It says, a wonderful and horrible thing is committed in the land. The prophets prophesy falsely, and the priests bear rule by their means.
Yeah. So everybody want to do their own thing. Everybody prophesying. Prophet. There's a difference between prophet and profit. PROFIT and PROPHET.
Yep.
All right. A lot of people are trying to make money off out of the Lord's people, and just trying to make money in general, man. Go ahead.
It says, the prophets prophesy falsely, and the priests bear rule by their means, and my people love to have it so.
Right. See, they like this. They like the oppression. So what is the Most High gonna do? He's gonna purge y'all, man. He's gonna clean y'all, and the best purging agent is fire, man.
Yeah.
It's fire, and y'all gonna be the fuel. Even the scripture says y'all gonna be fuel for the fire. But before that even happened, the Lord gonna use Esau to tear y'all ass off, and He's been doing it. Yeah. All right, He's been doing it, time in and time out. So.
It says, and what will ye do in the end thereof?
Right, you ain't gonna be able to do nothing. Y'all gonna be totally confounded, man. Everything y'all been doing and everything y'all been using to hold yourself up in this society is gonna collapse, man. It's gonna collapse right under your feet, man. It's that trap door. This America is that trap door, all right? And the Most High is going to pull a lever.
From Jeremiah 7:8.
Yes, lock it. 7 and 8.
This is Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 8. It says, Behold, ye trust in lying words that cannot profit.
See, y'all trust in the lying words. We ain't trusting in lying words. We trusting in the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
It says, Will ye steal, murder, and commit adultery, and swear falsely?
Yep, they are. They are doing it. They are doing it. They swearing falsely. By who? The Kemet. They swearing falsely by other gods. Islam, they've swearing falsely by other gods. The church, the Christianity, they IUIC, all right, which is the new Christians now and shit. You know, they swear falsely. You know, that under Christ, all right, and GOCC or higher, you know, that bull crap. The Lord name that ain't the Most High. So y'all swear falsely to these other gods.
It says, And swear falsely, and burn incense unto Baal, and walk after other gods whom ye know not. And they do burn incense and offering unto Baal, because that's all them other Israelite groups, including Kemet, and including the rest of these churches with the 501c3 chart. That's all they're about, is the community, the black community.
Well, the Lord ain't dealing with no community. He dealing with the elect. The elect, man. Period. He dealing with the kingdom of heaven and bringing righteousness for eternity. You know, for the sake of His name, for the sake of His people, for the sake of the promise. So, yeah.
This is Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 5. It says, Thus saith the Lord power, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come.
See, and that's what's have come. The last 400, 500 years, man. That's all it's been. It's evil. I don't know what niggas. I don't know where the hell your mind at, because this shit ain't gonna stop. Even the Lord said, if he don't come back,
no flesh will be saved.
No flesh shall be saved, man.
So this has to happen.
Because Esau has managed not only to be a threat to every sovereign country in the world, he has threatened and single-handedly destroyed the earth, man.
Mm-hmm.
And destroying the earth.
It says, An end is come, the end is come, and watcheth for thee. Behold, it is come.
Shit. It said, watch it for thee. So it's already manifest destiny.
Yeah.
The end is already here. It's manifest. There's nothing you can do. It's nothing you can prolong it. All you can do is keep bullshitting and doing whatever the hell you're doing until that time comes.
Yeah. It says, The morning is come unto thee, O thou that dwellest in the land. The time is come. The day of trouble is near.
Mm-hmm.
And not the sounding again of the mountains. Now will I shortly pour out my fury upon thee.
That's right.
And accomplish mine anger upon thee. And I will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense thee for all thine abominations.
See, the Most High is surely going to recompense you for every wrongdoing. Okay? He's going to recompense you for every wrongdoing.
It says, And mine eye shall not spare, neither will I have pity. I will recompense thee according to thy ways and thine abominations that are in the midst of thee, and ye shall know that I am the Lord that smiteth.
See, but y'all want to come against us, okay? Y'all want to come against us, but this is what the Lord said. This is Acts 3 and 23, and I'm going to close it out because I'm going to read the scripture. I'm going to jump over. Unless you got something else. This is Acts 3 and 23. And it shall come to pass that every soul which will not hear that prophet shall be destroyed from among the people.
Ooh. And that's plain as day.
That's Yahweh Shai, and we speak. All right,
according to the Spirit, yeah.
So, you know, and then y'all other factions, y'all don't got the Spirit of Yahweh Shai. This is Acts 3, and we're gonna close it out with this, unless you got something.
That's all I had.
Okay. This is Acts 3 and 19. Repent ye therefore and be converted, that your sins may be blotted out, when the times of refreshing shall come from the presence of the Lord.
And this is the time for refreshing right now. This is your window of mercy.
That's right.
But according to Acts 3 and what, 20?
3:19.
3:19. All you niggas that don't want to hear the majesty of the Yahweh Bashim Yahushua are gonna be put to death, man. Whether it's by riots, martial law, FEMA camps, pestilence,
All of the
famine,
getting torn up by animals,
natural disasters.
Yeah.
The Lord has all types of terrors waiting for you niggas.
That's right.
Especially you niggas in IUIC, ISUBK, and all you other Israelite facts, because y'all know better. Y'all know who the Lord is.
Obviously they don't, because they don't got the spirit, man. They don't got the spirit. Verse 20. It says, "And he shall sing Yahushua, which before was preached unto you, whom the heaven must receive until the times of restitution of all things, which the Most High hath spoken by the mouth of all his holy prophets since the world began." See, this ain't no new thing. This definitely ain't no new thing.
Yeah, declaring the end from the beginning.
See, and the end has been declared.
Yeah, and the end is manifest.
Yeah. And a new beginning shall proceed.
That's right.
Whether you scoff, whether you do what you do, you know. So, you know, I'll just read 22 and 23 so we can close out. It says, "For Moses truly said unto the fathers, a prophet shall the Lord your God raise up unto you of your brethren." So the Lord, the man we talking about, is of the same household. You of the same household as him. It says, "Like unto me, him shall ye hear in all things whatsoever he shall say unto you." See, and that's the scriptures, because even Psalms 40:7 says, I am written
in the book.
I am
written of me.
Yeah, I am in the volume of the book. It is written of me. All right, so this is indeed Yahushua, Yahweh Yahushua. All right. It says, and it shall come to pass that every soul, which will not hear that prophet shall be destroyed from among the people. All right.
So this is serious. Ain't no game, man. So you can either reap salvation or reap death.
I got some more there. It says, "Yea, and all the prophets." It says, "Yea, and all from Samuel and those that follow after, as many as have spoken, have likewise foretold of these days. Ye are the children of the prophets, and of the covenant which the Most High made with our fathers, saying unto Abraham, and in thy seed shall all the kindreds of the earth be blessed." Okay, unto you first, God, having raised up his son Yahushua, sent him to bless you, and turning away every one of you from his iniquities. All right. And it's talking about us. It's talking about us who have the Gentile state of mind. Okay. And it ain't talking about no other nations, man. Okay. Until the kingdom comes. That's when everything is gonna be put back in order.
Kind of scriptures say judgment shall start at the house of Israel.
That's right. That's right. Okay. Make sure we listen. We basically got everything. So with that being said,
double honors to the elders, the great millstone who rule well.
Indeed, Yahweh Shemiah Shah, Barakathum. Double honors, like the brother said.
Salutations to the brothers on the four corners of the earth doing the work.
That's right, Shalom. And death to America, man. Always, man. Always and forevermore.
And blessed it, Barakatah to the elect of Israel.
Yeah, Barakatah, All right, Shalom.
Shalom.